the 2K Sports pregame show.
This NBA season in full swing, and we are so glad to have you here with us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. He's excited. Kenny is here. He's excited.
Yes.
We're just happy to have you here. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. For the Cavaliers, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell to
Come on,
give those ELNs.
Are you going to give me an answer?
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And it's the Clippers coming in from out of town for this one, an interconference game today. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. You look at the Cavaliers, a great start to the season for them, notching 3 wins to tip it off.
Well, I think for Cleveland, they've been taking no prisoners here in the early part of the season. It's been a very fast start and a lot of focus for this group.
Yeah, they're using that F word, focus. A lot of teams suffer from a lack of concentration in the early part of the season, but not this team. They're ready to play right from the opening tip of the very first game.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, Kevin, LeBron James does not mind being a vocal leader. He said conflict was just part of the game for me growing up. I played outdoors, and if you didn't win, you might not play again for the rest of the day. Now I'm the leader of this team, and I expect nothing less than greatness out of all of us. I'm going to hold everyone accountable, including myself. Kevin?
And that's so great to hear, D.A. LeBron is a proven leader and champion, as we all know, expects to contend for a championship every year. Early in the regular season here, some teams off and running, but Brent, if you've had a talented roster that's not coming together yet, what steps do you take to try to get that compass pointed in the right direction?
Well, I guess it depends on the players that you're looking at, Kevin. If you've made a move in the offseason with a veteran guy who you thought was going to do A, B, and C, and you only see him do A, then maybe you got to think about the lineup needs some tinkering. But if it's younger guys and still guys who are trying to develop, and now you're asking them to expand their games, I think you got to err on the side of being patient to see what might transpire over the course of the entirety of the season.
And the Clippers starting 5. Gallinari, the 3 with Griffin at the 4. Rivers out there with Patrick Beverly, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Now here's LeBron. Thomas a screen. Smith outside. LeBron passes to Thompson. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the 76ers.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
No doubt some bright spots, more than you'd expect out of a loss like that, but it doesn't make the result any easier to take. Yeah, it's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Thomas against Beverly. Dishes it to Gallinari. Jordan with a screen on LeBron. And Gallinari kicks to Jordan. Good D by Thompson.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Now LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
There's the feed to Jordan. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. The 15-footer. Thomas. That's good. Thomas got his first bucket in this one.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Beverly dishes to Jordan. Passes it to Griffin. Beverly up top over Thomas. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. That's a pick by Love. And James throws it down.
LeBron gets behind the eyes of the defense for the highlight reel jam.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Beverly for 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And their aggressiveness on D, for me, it felt like that was the advantage that turned the tide for them.
Well, fast and physical, sometimes you can get lost if you get out of whack. They had great discipline on that end of the floor, and that led to some key stops, and they got the win.
Now here's Rivers after LeBron James's miss. Good D by James.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Stolen by Beverly. Rivers against Smith, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Good on the shot.
Well, he's like a fumbling banker right now, dropping dimes with ease. I like how well he led his teammate on that possession.
The Cavaliers have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Thomas passes to Thompson. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. The screen from Thompson. Love with a wide open look. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Love's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now, he's got great touch from deep. Kevin Love so capable from the outside. A great offensive weapon from there.
Griffin a screen on Smith. Rivers kicks to Griffin. Love grabs the board.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there, but he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Jordan with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A nice shot by Rivers. And last season, you'll recall, Brent, Doc Rivers challenging this Clippers team to cut down on technical fouls.
I think they just wanted to get away from all the whining that was going on. I think some people were actually bringing cheese to the game for the Clippers to go with that wine. I kid you, Kevin. But you just don't want to waste energy on things like that that are going on throughout the course of the game, and to have that kind of reputation around the refereeing circles.
Over in the corner, Beverly. A three-pointer is right on target. Beverly's got 5.
And like seeing Beverly get involved there. Sweet shooting from the speedy guard.
Thomas kicks to Thompson. James outside. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by James.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Gallinari dishes to Griffin. The Clippers rebound. Jordan the pass to Rivers. It's good from long range. He's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Thompson, left side. Thomas against Beverly. It's a pick by Love. Here's Thomas with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Now here's Beverly. He has 5. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, Jordan plays with an absolute joy, and it becomes infectious for the team. Right now, he's just eating up the glass.
Gallinari against James. Puts it up from 15. Tips it up. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Pass to Griffin. Over James. A second chance effort. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. The Clippers shooting their first free throw tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Griffin. Sam Decker comes in for Gallinari. Lou Williams is checked in for Rivers. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost. It's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And the Clippers making a switch here. Reed's checked in. That's good from Harrell.
Well, Clippers and bad luck seem to go hand in hand. Just some tough breaks during the postseason for this franchise over the past couple of seasons. Consistently matching up with tough teams in the playoffs and not ever quite getting over the hump.
Front. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Cavaliers.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Gentlemen, truth shot. Truth shot.
The first one falls. And to add to the Clippers' woes, when they've been poised to be a contender, they've had to face some of the all-time great teams like the Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, it feels like that's the right spot for the Clippers to be, right, Kevin? I mean, for so many decades that the team, as soon as it found a competitive championship caliber roster, would end up facing foes that they did. Not only that, they had some injuries that set them back as well. So close, but not ever able to get over the hump.
Now here's Williams. 11 points last game. Pass to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Now Calderon. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Outside Crowder. Kicks it to Wade. And they pick up 2.
Are you surprised that Dwayne Wade is going to score that far in the paint? I'm not.
Clippers leading by 7. Here's Teodosic. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Williams for 3. And Shumpert pulls it down.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And Jay Crowder, one of the bigger pieces in the trade that brought him to Cleveland, always seemed to be the odd man out with the revamped roster in Boston. But he's got some strength and length on that wing. Also some toughness and depth.
One shot.
And for the Cavs, getting Crowder in the deal was a big part of why they went with it. He's helped fill a couple of holes Cleveland had, and he's also on a friendly contract, so he'll be a part of this team down the road.
Now here's Decker. 9 points last game. Wade with no one around, and the shot falls short this time. Clippers leading by 4 to the middle. Reed misses.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here is Calderon. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Shoots it. That one a little long.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Wade against Williams. And stolen by Williams. Feeds it to Harrell. Back to Williams. But they'll get another chance. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by Reed. Reed's got his second bucket.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness. Zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
The drive by Shumpert. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out the Clippers, 6 games out.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season. And that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Unfortunately, those expectations were right on the money. They just weren't ready to join that elite group of teams at the top of this league. And they're still in the playoff picture, and we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
Here's Teodosic. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
There's the screen. Outside Crowder. He dishes it to Wade. To halt the run. Rebound by Harrell.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Outside Williams. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Wade. 23 points for him the last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Here's Williams. Harrell kicks to Williams. Here's Reed. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Here's Wade. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
You can't fault the D there. They all did their jobs, but a superstar talent knows what to do and gets it done.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan, tells us what it feels like to be DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then I've learned that how good the dunk was on the reaction of my teammates.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Guys, we've seen a confident-looking Clippers team out there.
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second-chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
And the Clippers, looking at who they've got Decker. Reed out there with Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Teodosic in at the point guard position. Now Shumpert. After Sam Decker's three-pointer that didn't go.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
On the wing, Williams. Over Wade. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and two shots coming up. The former sixth man of the year in 2015, Lou Williams, can fill it up in a hurry.
Sweet Lou. I mean, he is a terrific shooter. He uses that fadeaway to create some space, and he has really become a master at getting himself to the free throw line. He excels in this role in terms of creating efficient offense off the bench.
And that one falls for Williams.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams. Brent, we've seen coaches that yell. You've seen some that show no emotion and everything in between. In your opinion, what's the perfect mental makeup for an NBA coach?
I don't think, Kevin, there's any exact science to what coaching can be. And I think the best coaches just have an innate ability to know when to push buttons, how to push buttons, and to do it on an individual level. There are many times that a coach can make the biggest impact with his player, Kevin, taking him aside and having conversations rather than doing everything in front of the team. And I think the best coaches have a pulse of each player on their team and take the time to go and do that.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out. Here is Calderon after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Crowder dishes to Wade. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for two. Wade's got 8 points.
Well, if they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
Reed the pass to Teodosic. In the corner, Harrell with it. Here's Decker. Reed kicks to Harrell. Tries again. Buries the jump shot. Harrell's got his third basket of the night right there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the 2-game season series from last year.
And this one of the few opponents who really stuck it to them during what was an otherwise excellent season for them. You're right, they've got to have revenge on their minds tonight.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Knocked loose. Love right side. Lays it up off the glass. Love's got his second basket.
Kevin Love, super efficient in the paint, a high percentage scorer who can use that soft touch inside.
Picked by Griffin. And Beverly kicks to Jordan. Here's Griffin. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists now in this one. The Cavaliers trail by 17. Smith dishes to Thompson. Beverly against Thomas. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. There's the dish to Gallinari, stolen by Thompson. Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
Well, LeBron makes a million decisions a moment out there on the floor. That time, another good one.
Smith against Rivers. Top of the key, Griffin over Love, and Griffin with the score. The assist by Rivers. Griffin's got 6 points.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
And James throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Back to Beverly. Now the pass to Gallinari. Thomas gets a wide open look. The offensive rebound. 3-pointer. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Gotta admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Now here's Thomas. He had 13 points in the win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Okay, you could try to get LeBron away from the basket, but when he's close to the basket, that's what happens.
Here's Beverly, leading by 12. Jordan sets the pick for Rivers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, you have to give a lot of credit to Austin Rivers for how he has improved since his rookie season.
And one big reason for Rivers earning his spot is his improved efficiency. Had trouble shooting from the mid-range and out early on and worked on that part of his game, which opened up everything else for his skill.
And the first one drops.
From the outset of Austin Rivers' career, it seemed like he never was quite comfortable. That is until just this last year, where he played consistently well coming off the bench for the Los Angeles Clippers. Seems to be a completely different player as he's found his niche in the league.
He doesn't get the second one. Well, if you look at when things changed for Rivers, really it was the 2016 playoff series against the Blazers.
Well, it's interesting. Even though the team lost, he played great, and I think that was a huge shot of adrenaline and confidence in his game, that he could consistently find that kind of effort and offense if he stepped out on the floor with the right mindset.
Here's Beverly. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Beverly, the pass to Griffin. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
And the Cavaliers call time here. We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best, you think?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit. I had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
Free throw good, James. And as a player, Brent, what are those things that you did and LeBron does to speed recovery?
Well, cheeseburgers didn't help, Kevin, but his workout regime, in terms of what he does with the weight training, the yoga, the hyperbaric chambers in there to calm his body down, slow the blood flow, doing the things he does while at altitude, traveling on planes. I mean, it's quite fascinating. It sounds like science fiction, but the fact of the matter is LeBron James does it to play at this level every night.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
A nice shot by Jordan.
I love the inside work from DeAndre Jordan, demonstrating some dominance close to the hoop.
James against Gallinari. LeBron kicks to Smith. No good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's stolen by Smith. Outside for Thomas, and it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Blake Griffin. Putting up 26 points per, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Now here's Rivers. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense. Well, you know what DeAndre Jordan is going to give you. He's going to grab every rebound available out there and block shots defensively. And on offense, you're going to find him around the rim and finishing lobs.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
No good on that one. And with Jordan, he had a better season, Brent, in 2017 with his free throw shooting.
Well, 50% is a big improvement, but still not good enough. He's a liability out there on the floor late in the games because of the free throw shooting, but another offseason for DeAndre Jordan to address that issue and come back and be better.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line. Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
James with it, now guarded by Gallinari. To the paint, here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. 7 points for Love.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Griffin, here we go. Rivers gets a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. The Cavaliers trail by 12. James kicks to Thomas. And it's blocked by Jordan.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's LeBron, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Dishes it to Griffin. Gallinari left side. Over LeBron. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Crowder, he's checked in for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Smith. Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
Willie Reed, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Williams. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin. Then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
Shooting one.
And that one falls for Williams.
Well, last season, LeBron very outspoken, saying the Cavs were too top-heavy. The Irving trade has brought them some much-needed depth.
Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Outside Thomas. Outside Crowder. He kicks it to LeBron. Shot clock at 5. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And you talk about the depth for the Cavs. Crucial when facing a team like the Golden State Warriors. If everything comes together, I think there's a chance their trade with Boston might give them a better shot at winning it all.
Wade from outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And we know Dwayne does not take many shots from the outside, but he really knows how to pick his spots.
Griffin sets the screen for Beverly. At the elbow, Griffin shoots over Crowder. That doesn't go either for Griffin. The Cavaliers trail by 12. The feed to Crowder. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Reed kicks to Williams. Griffin inside, defended by Crowder, and Griffin slams it in.
And that's what Griffin does best. They're remarkable how he maintains control and schools the D.
Cleveland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. They set the pick. James kicks to Crowder. He feeds it to Wade. Fry, that's for 2, and it hung on the rim but wouldn't fall for him. Clippers leading by 14. And Beverly kicks to Reed. Back to Beverly. Good work defensively by Crowder.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Williams for three. The shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got his third assist on the night. LeBron dishes to Wade. There's the pick. A baseline J. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
The pick used to perfection, and the result was a wide open shot for Dwayne Wade.
And here's Beverly. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia. Reed the pass to Gallinari. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Just another example of why Danilo Gallinari is so difficult to guard. Very skilled at getting himself to the stripe.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Gallinari hits them both. It's been all about Lou Williams for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you very much. Lou, in the first half, your offense was clicking. What was the difference getting off to a hot start?
I think we play with a lot of energy, the ball swinging around. They're using a lot of help side defense. We're just taking advantage of it.
And really breaking them down. Thanks, Lou. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Time for the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They are way out in front, leading by 17. Kenny?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They relied way too heavily on three-point shot in the first half. Their long-range game was off. That's my off sound, Ernie. They were off, but they still settled for the outside shots. They got to put more pressure on the defense by pounding it inside and attacking the basket.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You have to like what we're seeing from Lou Williams.
And so far, he's giving them great production from deep. They've been able to kind of spread the floor because of it.
Well, his shooting has fueled the offense, and we'll see if they can get him the ball to see if he can keep it going in the second half.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Beverly kicks to Rivers. Jordan the screen. Shot clock at 6. Rivers can't get it to go.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Oh, man, he'd love to have that one back. He just does everything right, but doesn't get the finish. And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. The screen from Thompson. Floats it up for James. An emphatic LU jam.
Making it look pretty effortless right now. LeBron James in a rhythm.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. And Gallinari kicks to Rivers. Back to Gallinari. And Thompson sends it back.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
Took him no time at all on that one. 10 points for Isaiah Thomas.
How about the awareness there from James? I like the fact that he sets the floor for his teammates.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
It has to be, for a lot of teams, a fearsome part of their roster. This Clipper team having both Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan as their starters, both all-star caliber players. If they go unchecked, these 2 guys can go on a run.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Beverly. And with the Clippers, they do have that amazing 4-5 tandem. One of the best combinations of dunking big men ever on a team.
Well, they certainly are one of the more exciting combinations of forward and center, consistently getting above the rim and maybe taking the heart out of you with the way they get up there and finish so many lobs and demoralize your defense.
Both free throws good from Beverly.
And throughout his career, Beverly has remained a pest, an aggressive defender that no one likes having him guard.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 15. And the layup's good off the glass. LeBron's got 17.
Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half, minus that 1 miss. 3 of 4 now from the field right now in the second half.
Thomas against Beverly. Rivers kicks to Griffin. And even 3-on-3 break. Smith for 3. The shot no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. LeBron kicks to Thompson. Back to James. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And Brent, when you look at the way LeBron has constructed his business empire, hiring his childhood friends to manage it, it's been talked about, but it's been successful.
Well, he's taken ownership, Kevin, of what his career has been, but he's also empowered those around them to have a future, to make a life. And he certainly is blazing his own trail as he's made his way through his career in the NBA.
He misses the free throw.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
No good on the second free throw. And the Cavs' big 3 completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years, and Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
And we take a look here at the shot chart for the Cavaliers.
It's pretty telling when you look at the shots they're missing from mid-range. Just not shooting a high enough percentage there, and it's hurting them. A lot of those misses have been heavily defended or with a high degree of difficulty. They need to take it inside, draw the contact, or get an easier look.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
Beverly dishes to Gallinari. Over to the left wing. Rivers. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
It's a pick by Love. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Griffin passes to Jordan. Kicks it to Rivers. Over Smith. And again, the Clippers good for two.
Squaring up, you could see the work that Rivers has put into the mechanics on his shot. He's making himself into a more consistent player.
Now here's LeBron. 19 points in the game. And it's good, 2 points. James has got 21 in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Over Love. Nice shot from the wing. 16 points for Blake Griffin.
He's been on his A game, sinking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
James dishes to Love. Smith with a screen on Gallinari. The screen from Thompson. And it's LeBron missing. Clippers leading by 19 points. And Beverly kicks to Griffin. Over Love. And Griffin scores. The assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 4 assists now tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here's LeBron. 21 points in the game. Gallinari with the steal. Pass to Griffin. Over in the corner, Beverly. Takes a 3. Another shot. Jordan's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Over Gallinari. LeBron's shot is good. He's got 23.
I like it when LeBron has that kind of rhythm. A one-piece shot. Difficult to guard, obviously, but that's a good look from him.
Now here's Beverly. 9 points in the game so far. Thomas against Beverly from 15 feet away. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And 12 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
Rivers passes to Jordan. Feeds it to Griffin. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan. That gives him the double-double. 11 points and 15 rebounds.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
Offensive rebound. Here's James. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. Here's Beverly. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Beverly's got 11.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The screen from Thompson. Smith outside. Pass to Love. Love with the screen on Griffin. Thomas outside. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
Well, Tyronn Lue still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue. Tough to fault him for the struggles of the team so far. He has been solid. It's the rest of the guys that need to come along for the ride.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Brent, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue having played with those greats. He knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Wade with it. 13 points in the game. Lobbed up there for Wade. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he lobs it up toward the rim. It's stolen by Calderon. This one for 3. Rebound by Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 21. Williams dishes to Decker. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. To the wing right side. Teodosic, the pass to Decker. Williams from outside.
You gotta love how much effort Dwayne Wade puts into the defensive end of the floor with blocks like that.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Teodosic. No good on the 3. The Cavaliers trail by 21. Calderon has the open look. No good from outside.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Cavaliers shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Outside Shumpert. Shumpert with a screen for Calderon. The drive by Shumpert. A basket good off the assist from Wade.
That can help out your offense. Amon Shumpert now knocking down 2s from the mid-range.
Calderon against Williams. In the corner, Harrell with it. Here's Teodosic. Here's Reed. Off the left rim and out. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got 15 points.
Even with all of those live bodies in the paint, Dwayne Wade finds a way to muscle that one in.
Teodosic, the pass to Harrell. Pass to Teodosic. Reed a screen. Off the pick. Teodosic, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Crowder kicks to Wade. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
That's a nice tip, and you can't leave him alone on the offensive glass or he'll find a way to get to the ball.
Williams passes to Teodosic. Picked by Harrell. There's the dish to Reed. That's tipped. Wade against Williams. Wade kicks to Calderon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
And Milos Teodosic, one of the bigger names in basketball not to play in the NBA last season, Greg.
Yeah, I mean, the Clippers brought him over from Europe to help kind of ease the loss of Chris Paul. He's a terrific playmaker who is one of the best passers in the world, and not young, but respected by many around the globe.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Teodosic.
And the Cavs trade for Isaiah Thomas reunites 2 former teammates. He and Kevin Love actually played a little AAU ball together, both of them growing up in the Pacific Northwest.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And back in high school, Isaiah Thomas used to ride the train down to Portland and stay the weekend at the Love's family house. For those two, teaming up once again at this level, that's pretty surreal.
And here are the Clippers now. Jose Calderon getting his 3 to go. Picked by Harrell. Williams dishes to Decker. Good. And the nice assist for Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Stolen by Wade. Here's Fry. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Harrell kicks to Williams. Over Wade. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Crowder with it. Now guarded by Harrell. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Crowder sets a screen for Calderon. Here's Shumpert. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Shumpert's such a good athlete. When he gets in there using his wiry frame, he can get the contact.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
That's good from Shumpert.
Shumpert, an important piece to this basketball team. He comes in, he does a lot of things well, and accepts the defensive responsibility that is placed on him.
And he can't hit the second. Los Angeles leading by 17. Here's Decker. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Decker's got his second bucket tonight. Calderon passes to Shumpert. With 1 on the clock. And down it goes just as the clock hit 0.
How about the timing? An unbelievable touch on that one.
Do you think he knew? He knew from the moment he let that go. Just unreal.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Clippers lead by 17. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Cavaliers trail by 17, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Williams. Harrell is out there with Reed. Then it's Decker, and it's Teodosic in at the 1. They get it again. Fry. Drops in the layup for 2. Fry's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Cleveland.
I like the physicality there on the glass on full display. Great at hitting the boards and then capitalizing off the second chance opportunity. Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Fry's got 5 points now in the quarter. Los Angeles leading by 14. Picked by Harrell. To the inside. A nice shot by Reed.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Wade a screen on Williams. And the pass to Crowder. Off target from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Reed a screen. Teodosic the pass to Reed. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. And the Clippers lead by 18. Williams against Wade. over Williams. The shot by Wade, no good. Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Reed a screen on Calderon. Teodosic the pass to Williams. No good with the triple.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing this second half in the mud.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. And it's Kevin Love in for Jay Crowder. The Clippers also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Willie Reed. Gallinari comes in for Sam Decker. And it's Austin Rivers in for Williams. Gallinari on the wing. He dishes it to Rivers. Over Wade. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And that's 15 points for Austin Rivers.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
That's a pick by Love. Calderon kicks to Love. Here's Wade. That's in there. Love with the assist. And that's 19 points for Wade.
Well, if Love is passing the ball like this, it makes this team extremely dangerous.
Teodosic the pass to Jordan. Here's Gallinari. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, for his whole career, Gallinari has been viewed as a small forward, but Brent, every so often he'll find minutes at the 4, and with the way the NBA is going, I wouldn't be surprised to see him more often there than not.
Well, if he does transition, Kevin, to the 4 spot for Gallinari, the question is, who is it that he's defending on the other side? If it's a quick 4-man that has the same kind of range and can put the ball on the deck, that becomes a tough matchup for Gallinari. But certainly his ability to shoot the ball will provide space for other wing players.
Now, here's Thomas. Smith for 3. And no good that time. Out to the right wing. Oh, Griffin in position. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Thomas. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Hey, Brent, with the stakes of players' health being so high, we've seen contract clauses prohibiting many outside activities, but we're talking also about 20-year-old guys who just want to live their lives and enjoy what the success has brought them. What's the balance here?
I think the league tries to do a good job of making sure that players aren't involved in activities that are going to jeopardize what it is that their livelihood brings them, and that is their ability to play on the NBA floor, Kevin. And a lot of those things that you see in the player contract are absolutely things that a player can enjoy after their career is over with.
And here is Thomas following the 3 from Austin Rivers. The screen from Thompson. Smith dishes to Love. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Clippers leading by 21. Up top, Rivers pulls up. Here's Jordan. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Right, you're down by double digits. You have to play with maximum intensity just to have a chance to come back. Not seeing it here.
Now here's Thomas. James outside. Dishes it to Smith. He kicks to Love. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Thomas. From deep. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Now here's Beverly. Griffin sets the screen for Beverly. They set the screen. Here's Rivers. Good work defensively by Smith. Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Out to Gallinari. No good from outside.
And they still need to step up just a little bit. They have the lead, but he needs to find himself out there.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, JR is such a strong guard. That time scoring through contact. Always hungry to do so.
One shot behind the lanes.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
Now here's Griffin. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Griffin. Griffin's got 5 assists in the game. Smith kicks to Thompson. Outside Thomas. Back to Thompson. Out left to the wing. Thomas against Beverly from deep LeBron.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Beverly for 3. The Clippers with a fresh 24. The feed now to Rivers. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big mid-season event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here is Gallinari. To the inside, Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
This is a bit of a head scratcher. You don't expect DeAndre Jordan to have that kind of run offensively, but he's doing it here.
The screen from Thompson. Thomas kicks to Love. LeBron James on the wing. Gallinari covering. LeBron with another miss.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
Cleveland's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Thomas passes to LeBron. Love with the screen on Gallinari. LeBron dishes to Love, and Love throws it down.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. Picked by Griffin. Rivers kicks to Jordan. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. The shot's good from Love. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
Quick release of Kevin Love, so hard to guard, especially for a big man.
Thomas against Beverly. It's Jordan on the wing. Back to Beverly. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That doesn't go either for Jordan. Cavaliers shooting 43% for the game. Here's Thomas. Sinks that one from the post.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Clippers leading by 21. Beverly the pass to Rivers. That shot misses. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Smith kicks to Love. The three. LeBron shot is off. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Jordan dishes to Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Well, funny, with most players, it just takes a couple baskets to get going. Griffin right now looking amazing in the spots where he's going to get it most.
Thomas against Beverly. Outside Thomas. Here's LeBron. Again, James missing.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Here's Gallinari. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gallinari's got 9 points now in just the second half. Cleveland with the ball. Thompson sets the pick for Thomas. James outside for 3. Love. Griffin grabs the board. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Jordan.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Free throw good, Jordan.
Now, last season, the Clippers had KG, Kevin Garnett, come in and work with a couple of their big men, and he's one of the more intelligent minds ever to play down there on that low block. And KG certainly has a unique way of sharing some of his otherworldly experiences as a big man in the NBA. I'm sure he did a lot to help out this front court get closer to their maximum potential.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. And, of course, with KG coming in, you know, Brent, a large part of that was his relationship certainly with Doc Rivers. Doc knows KG can help with the nuances of the game.
Well, there's a ton of strength for the Clipper team in their front court behind DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin and what they can do to you on a nightly basis down there with their athleticism, their versatility, and their mobility. KG was so competitive and so fiery, but he also thought the game, and maybe he can share some of those things with those guys to elevate their level of play, which is already all-star caliber.
Here is Calderon. The Clippers getting the bucket. Wade on the wing. Teardrop shot, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, for a guy who averages 8 attempts at the line during his entire career, Dwayne Wade continues to find ways to get to the charity stripe.
That free throw good from Wade.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
And both free throws good for Wade. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it to Harrell. And Jordan has it in the corner. Teodosic, the pass to Thornwell. He feeds it to Harrell. 4 on the shot clock. Passes it to Thornwell. No good with the triple.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, following that tough loss for the team in the last game, how important was it to bounce back tonight?
That was very important. You never want to drop one like we did last night, but to come out the way we did and respond like that, as a team and play with that fire, it was great.
Moving on to the next one, Blake. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.